Oh, look at that man. Look at just a natural. This is how he talks with his forearm, brandished at chest level like he's about to fight a gladiator. Oh, you are so in love with your watches, dude. You know, today's a weird day. I'm not even supposed to be here. The electric company gave us notices in the neighborhood that was going to shut off all the electricity a couple days ago. They gave us a notice, and today the electricity never shut off. I made plans, man. I shut off the AC. I bought blocks of ice for the refrigerator. I did their little checklist, little to-do list. I was going to take my daughters after kindergarten. I'm going to schlep them over to, by the way, I love the verb schlep. It's not used enough. I was going to schlep them to Long Beach to go swimming with their grandmothers. And so, it was supposed to shut off at 9 o'clock. I'm grading essays, and I'm waiting for my radio to convert from AC adapter to battery. Never happened. Waiting for the fan to shut off, never happened. I had shut off my computer because you got surge protector issues. Never shut down. My neighbor texts me. She says, no, electricity's still on. The whole thing was a canard. I love the word canard. I think we need to be using that word more often. So, I was even supposed to be doing a video today, and so that is the bright side of this. I really feel that if you have a YouTube channel, you need to be doing a video every day. I don't know why I feel that. Well, no, I do know why. I think viewers need to have expectations, and they just have to be able to expect, oh, there will be a video every day from such and such channel. That's just the way the mind works. I mean, if you're random, if you're arbitrary, the viewer says, I don't know when that person's having another video, and then you go off their radar screen, out of sight, out of mind. The other reason why I wasn't supposed to do a video today is because I thought I had died yesterday. I thought I had lost all of my energy. I had lost all of my chi, which is a word I've never used before until 3 days ago, but I'll just discuss in a second why I'm going to bring up this word chi, which I've never even used until like 3 days ago. Yesterday, I lost all my chi. Take my girls to their first day of kindergarten. Then I got to be diverted to this orientation. And I'm sweating. I don't know if you know this, but in Los Angeles, it's like 100 degrees with 100% humidity. It's like we live in some swamp tropics. This is part of El Nino. This is the new Mad Max apocalypse. Welcome to Los Angeles. Drought, heat waves. We're ruined here. So I'm sweating so much. It looks like I'm crying as I'm sitting in this cafeteria to hear the orientation. You know what the orientation was? It was a shakedown. One administrator after another comes up and says, we never got the $5 million for our budget. We need you to give us $500 for this. So one guy says that, $500. I'm going, oh my God, $500. He sits down. Another person says, oh, we're going to have a bake sale to have funding for these field trips, but we would really like it if you wrote us a check for $600. So I'm looking at my wife. What's it? I thought this was an orientation to learn how we're going to. This is all like a shakedown. 4 people come up and tell us we have to write checks for a variety of things. And then I'm already angry. And by the way, they had a little lottery thing, and I didn't get the Swiss Army backpack. So then I'm already exhausted. I've lost all my chi. I'm already imagining writing these checks. And then this other woman, I thought it was done. Another woman comes up and says, Friends, we have some information for you, but we need it collated. We'd love some volunteers to do some collating in the office. And I'm already walking out the cafeteria to the car, and my wife's chasing me. Hey, the meeting's not over yet. Oh, it's over for me. It's over. And so, my wife's a middle school teacher, and she deals with this stuff all the time. She wasn't shocked by it. I was irate. I was grouchy. I was surly. And I was depressed yesterday. I didn't think I was going to make a video for a while. I mean, that type of depression. But I do have to make you a video about a word that came into my head for the first time ever called chi. Now, let me tell you something. Chi, I associate that word with New Age. And if you know me, I hate New Age. Did you know I worked at a wine store in Berkeley in the 80s, and I encountered a lot of New Age people. And I was highly annoyed by New Age stuff. I'm not into pyramids crystals, unearthing relics from the lost city of Atlantis. Um, what else is? Yeah, Jeff Lewis on the show I used to watch before I had kids. I don't even flipping out. You know, buying a new house and having a sage brush burning to get evil spirits out of the house. Really? So I've never liked New Age. Can't stand it. And I've always associated the word chi with New Age, so I've always kind of avoided the word, but the word came into my head. A few days ago, I made a video about the Gonzo watch. You may have a Gonzo watch, you may not have one. What is a Gonzo watch? It's an over-the-top watch that screams for attention. Perhaps it screams that you're a bad boy. You are the bad boy in town, son. I don't know what it says, but I don't know. A lot of you say you're confused, McMahon. You don't know what you want. You're always selling and rebuying. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion. Can I tell you guys something about being confused and obsessed with watches? This isn't shtick. I mean, I put these videos out there to be real. I mean, I really struggle with this, and I suspect, as I've talked about with Johnny Casual and others, I suspect it's a diversion. It's some kind of little neurotic ecosystem because I'm having a hard time dealing with other things. I mean, having kids is kicking my butt, and I'm sure this is some kind of an escape from that. Got to take the kids to Target and buy them new shoes. Their shoes stink. Got to buy them new shoes. Completely lost my line of thought on that. But the word chi came to my mind yesterday because I made a video about the Gonzo watch. My Gonzo is a very well-built Megalodon, and for those of you who saw the video, I compared it to Angelina Jolie, and I said she was taking up wrist time from my Seiko tuna. And it's interesting. I know why I made that video. I made it to persuade myself to sell my Gonzo. And so shortly after making the video, with absolute conviction, I put my Gonzo watch on eBay. And it's weird because, I was tormented. I was on the fence with that watch for a long time. I've repurchased it 3 times. McMahon is so confused. Let's help him. Let's get him an intervention. So, after 3 times, you think you should get an intervention. But this time, I don't know. It was weird. I put it for sale. I felt really good about it, and I still do. It's just not for me anymore. Some of it has to do with my age. I'm 54. And, what's it like to wear a Gonzo watch when you're, well, I'll be 54 in about 6 weeks. What's it like to wear a Gonzo watch? For me, to wear a watch that thick and big, I feel like I'm wearing John Travolta's disco outfit from Saturday Night Fever, circa 1978 or 77, whenever it came out. And I'm a 54-year-old guy wearing that outfit, and I'm showing up to the club. That's how I feel. And I'm getting away from some of the younger outfits when it comes to watches. I mean, I'm not a rich guy, but I know that if I were rich, I'm sure I would have those delicious Omega Aquaterras with those teak lines, vertical lines down. I'd have a gray one and a blue one. And an Indian restaurant just emailed me. I should probably stop this and go have some chicken tandoori right now. So, I'm just done wearing those types of watches. I'm more into, this. I'm selling this watch only because I have the black one, but this really is the style of watch that I feel more suitable to. This Citizen Pro Master Sky. The only reason why I'm selling it is because I have the black one, and I'm really trying to avoid redundance in my collection. But this is more my style now. The Orient Saturation Diver is about as big as I need to get. I mean, my God, some people say this is Gonzo. Well, if it is, it's Gonzo enough, and it's not Gonzo too much. So, I'm getting too old for wearing Gonzo. As you know, I went through the dark ages of Invicta, sitting around eating Hot Pockets, wearing a bathrobe, and watching Mike Davis, sell these 60mm behemoths on TV. Those were my dark ages in watch collecting, and I love this word for the dark ages of prolonged ignorance in Arabic. It's Jahiliyah or Jahiliyah. I love that word. So, of course, as you know, I'm now enlightened, and when you want wisdom, you come to me. So, anyways, I'm really being loquacious today. Lord have mercy. I thought this was going to be a brief video. You are so loquacious, McMahon. Oh my. So I put the Megalodon for sale, and that day I wore my Sumo to work, my Seiko Sumo, 44 millimeters. Completely loved it. Loved it like I'd never loved it before. And that's when I thought of the word chi. I felt as if all the chi, which really is just another word for life energy or life force. That's not too new age, is it? I really felt that all the energy that I was putting into that Megalodon, just the worrying about it and everything, it was gone. I was at peace for putting it up on eBay, and all that energy, it went into the Sumo. Completely loved the Sumo. I think I heard like this rock song in my head as I put the Sumo on from Foreigner, feeling like the first time. No, I didn't really hear that song. Are you serious? You're going to tell him you heard a Foreigner song? Shut this down. Yeah, we're going to have to shut this down if I make allusions to Foreigner songs again. That was completely and utterly preposterous. So I do want to talk about chi. I think chi is actually a legit way to talk about your watch collection. And if you want to just use a more, perhaps a more acceptable colloquialism, too much of a good thing. I think when your collection gets just too big and you're diverting your energy to too many watches, it's just too much of a good thing, and the energy dissipates and you just can't enjoy it. It's just human nature, and that's why watch bloat is such an important idea for me as someone who collects watches and someone who is naturally obsessed with watches. Too much of a good thing. Let me give you some examples outside of the realm of watches to bring this point home to you. Have you ever been to Thanksgiving and like every Tom, Dick, and Harry shows up with a dessert and there's like 27 desserts? And you end up like, you're completely mind boggled and you end up trying all of them and you go home thinking that wasn't that satisfying. I don't know what the hell I ate. It was just this melange of sugar. And then in contrast, sometimes there's only one dessert or maybe just two, and damn, that was good. I think it has something to do with chi. You had the energy and the focus to just dig that dessert. By the way, on another note, are you spending too much time on Facebook? I think Facebook is a chi killer. Get away from Facebook if you want to. Have you ever seen a womanizer? I've noticed they have no chi. And I'm not just jealous. Oh, you just want to be a womanizer, so you're hating. No, I've noticed this about womanizers. I've seen them all my life. They look emaciated. They look exhausted. They're not happy. In fact, in Thailand, they have a word for the womanizer who visits, saraglios and, has rendezvous with odalisques at the brothels and stuff. They have a very pejorative term for this type of individual. He's called a farang. Farang. It's a very bad, it's just this wasted guy. And honestly, I think you can be wasted with your watch collection if it just gets too big. Currently, my collection is down to 7. That's pending on the sale of my Megalodon and the silver version of my Pro Master. I'm going to miss this one, man. This is elegant. I'm going to miss this one, but I do have the black version to keep me comfortable in those lonely nights. I got the black one. So what are you going to do? I don't have a black watch, so I decided to keep the black one. What are you going to do? I'm trying to avoid watch bloat. So I'll be down to 7 watches pending those sales. And honestly, I think 4 really gorgeous watches, whether tier 3 or 4, and a beater is about all the human brain can take before you start dissipating too much chi. But I don't know how I'm going to get rid of my collection that small. I just don't. So I'm going to have to suffer with a collection that is currently 7, and I believe it's going to go up to 8. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the Citizen Pro Master. The Citizen Grand Touring with charcoal again. And this time it's going to have so much chi in it, I'm going to hear that Foreigner song in my head every time I put it on, right? If you say that again, I'm shutting this channel down, McMahon. That's got to stop. Anyways, that's all I have for today. And until next time, I am out.